Hello, once again, peoples of the internet. I am once again Zarlin, and we have a kind of different deck that I want to talk through today. I tried this deck out a little bit on stream earlier this week, and it did not go well, but we fine tuned it, and it's gone a lot better off stream. But I want to talk about Magikey. This is a very interesting deck, mostly because it you need normal monsters in order to do stuff, but and you also need attributes to do stuff. But the main thing of this deck is all these different kinds of monsters. We got rituals, we got some extra deck, and all that. So this deck is all about bringing out the potential of Magikey. So we've got 6 normal monsters here. Most of these we want to send with advanced ritual art or use them for stuff with like Maftial, who is a great card, great extender, gets us a lot of what the deck wants. It's a free normal summon after if you have uh, a Magikey out on the field. It also grabs spells. Uh, the original version of this deck that I did on stream had a lot of the traps in here, but the traps are just basically like worse versions of like judgment and stuff like that. So we worked through some ideas and cut those, and instead went for a little smaller Dogmatica package. The Dogmatica package was in the other one as well, but we cut down a bit on it. So we got the Nadirs, we got the Floor, we got the Ecclesia, and we added the DPE package because honestly, just putting DPE in anything makes it a whole lot better. We got our Ashes, 2 of each of the rituals. Beto Buster isn't that great, but having this Mech Mortar Glasgear, Garrus Glacier, uh, it's a negate, it's a big beater, it's great. Instant Fusion can get us to this guy who I don't even want to pronounce the name of. Maftia is a pretty good. It's a fusion and a ritual spell in one, but it's so searchable that we only really need to use one of them. If we get the beast out, he gets it back out of the graveyard. It's great. Of course, we've got our Nadir's Servant. We got our Prosperities, just to search through our deck more. Rhoda, usually to just grab a regular Magikey. The Field Spell, which is also very searchable. And like I said, the ancient ritual arts here are for our rituals. That's why we have a bunch of normals, and it also goes with the fact that they want normals in the graveyard. Then I really like this spell here. Different Dimension Derby. It's a trap, not a spell, but uh, because most of what we're making, besides like DPE, is using a normal monster for it, whether it be the ritual or the synchros that we can make, or like basically anything. This turns this online and gets us a free banish, and it's not even once per turn. And then the punishment to go along with our Ecclesia and all that. Uh, our Magikey Dragon is basically like a Raigeki for everything that like they have on the field that's the same attribute as what we have in our graveyard. It's pretty useful. DPE is DPE. Natis to send off of Nadirs or Punishment. Same with Herald of the Arclight for that. I already talked about the Beast is a good target for instant fusion. I haven't made Savage Dragon very much, but it's here. We can go into it because it's an 8 with our Math Tail. Usually, what we go into is the Fiend. He's pretty good. As long as you use 2 attributes, you get to search a spell like the Maftia or the field. And then, well, you don't get to search the field because I have to go to your spell and trap zone. But it can attack twice onto monsters, and we can negate a summon. Well, we destroy a monster after a summon. It doesn't negate it. And then we've also got Vemparu. He's very useful. Then we also have a small rank 4 toolbox with like Tornado Dragon and Baguska. We have Zeus in here. Zeus actually doesn't fit very well into it. We can probably cut it and make it something else. Because our best is this guy here, who, if he has a normal attached to it and he attacks, he can remove that normal and send to the field without targeting, or send to the graveyard without targeting. So it's a pretty good removal tool, but you pretty much always detach all materials from this guy when using him properly. Other than that, we got Phoenix for some more spell removal, if need be. Verte, because it's Verte. And Link Spider, which is really good if you draw multiple normals. Side deck is a side deck. I haven't really used the side deck much because I've just been doing single matches. But yeah. I think this is a really interesting deck. I don't think it's that great, but it's a lot of fun to play with. And we could probably get a lot more cool stuff out of it. You tinker around with it a little bit more. But next, we're going to hop into the games that we played with it. Okay, this deck that we're facing against is actually Despia. We're actually facing against my true love, Despia. And even though this hand looks a little off, we can make a pretty okay end board with this. So we're going first. We go off with Ancient Ritual Art to get the Mech Mortar out. We dump these two. I probably should have like dumped not Ash, the Sue ship, because we could have negated an Ash. But I mean, if he was going to use Ash to negate at any point, it probably would have been this first Advanced Ritual Art. We get the free special of the Maftiel that also gets our little Sky Blaster out. He goes into the Synchro. Synchro gains Maftia. Then we use the other ritual to send another, to send this guy so we can get our Mech Musket. We get our, oh yeah, the Mech Musket draws the Magikey World. Magikey World gets us a normal monster. which would be our Sky Blaster, and we just keep that in our hand for later. We can, so it doesn't negate the summon, but because of the way chains work, he brings out the Albaz, which I'm surprised he's running 2, probably running 3, or Soul. But because of the way chains work, Albaz won't be on the field anymore, so it doesn't matter if he gets his effect off. Poly for the Masquerade. Unfortunately, I activate the effect here. It doesn't really matter because I'm still going to die. This guy just makes it so the effects of whatever I want to target or whatever is attacking gets negated, and I don't activate anything else on his turn. So I just took 600 extra damage for no reason. Oh, also, I guess I forgot about the fact that it switches out a card. So that gives me Ash in hand, but I don't really get to use it. So we drew another Maftail. We activate the Maftail so we can get another boy out of the grave into the Xyz, who's going to get another search. Oh, yes. Dark Honest. But because we have our super ritual, we can negate the Dark Honest. So we don't have to worry about that. Because of he brings back the Masquerade. No more burn, but we still have a normal monster underneath as material. So we switch back this attack. Oh, I forgot about this chain. I forget about all kinds of chains. I activate the ability to get rid of his dark monster, and he used Branded in Red. Because of all the stuff that he gets both Masquerade and Quertus back out, but Quertus can't activate its effect in the battle phase. We know this. So I got rid of Quertus using the other effect of our spirit here. And we're going to have him just run over the Masquerade and hit him in the big face, and he'll surrender. Yeah. This recording just shows that, really, it just shows that DPE is strong. It's the only reason that this deck does any good. We Prosby. We find our third Fusion Destiny. We grab the normal monster. And get back out the DPE. Because there's no real reason for it. I don't know why I did this play. I really don't. But we have the DPE, and we're going to activate the Nadirs, even though we can't summon our Ecclesia. We probably should have not done this play and summoned the Ecclesia instead to get the punishment. But hindsight. He activates Magician Souls. Get his Dark Magician out. I don't want to deal with it, so we DPE. Oh, he Solemn Strikes the special summon of my DPE, but because it's DPE, I'll still get it back next turn anyways. Yep, I go into the Vesperatu. It gets ashed. I special summon the Ecclesia for the punishment. Yep, set. So we can do our wonderful Celestial play. Who gets us Maftile. And then we just lay in a bunch of damage. We get our DPE back. One thing about Maftile is it can't bring back in attack position, so that's why we're in defense. Also, because of the way I played it, I had to play Ecclesia no matter what in order to empty my hands. So we could not go into our synchro, obviously. Oh, and then he surrenders because DPE is just strong. Unfortunately, we're not going to end on a positive note. This last one is against Live Twin, and I made quite a few misplays in here, but I just wanted to show this replay off. It's not really 100% the best replay, but you know, it is what it is. I don't want to lie and say that this is the best deck out there, because obviously it's not. We're going to start off with our Prosperity. Going to grab Maftile. Go into the Synchro. Synchro gets Veilered. But we get our DPE and we get a punishment. Not a bad end board. We get Cosmic Cyclone, unfortunately. And Dark Ruler no more. So this is just basically the end of the game already. We got Dark Ruler no more and Cycloned to get rid of our punishment. So they're just going to go off and do all their combos. So we bring back the DPE. The Celestial gets striked. We are forced to... I DP'd the wrong one. I should have DP'd the Leela instead of the Kiss-a-Kill. That was my own fault. This activates on the actual summon of the Leela and Kiss-a-Kill. So I did get rid of the Leela, but because of the way things happened, he still gets both of his stuff back. So we're just in a bad position. We've got no hand. He gets rid of our DPE. And we're just not in a position to do anything. But I want to say we learn from our mistakes. So if we ever run into Live Twin again, we'll do better next time. And hopefully not get Dark Ruler no more. But that's going to be the end of the game. So I do want to say this deck is very interesting. I do think it can get better with other some other tech choices. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I've been streaming more. My Twitch is in the description, as it has been. So I hope to see you in my streams. We'll probably be playing more Despia with the new Despia cards that just got announced this week. But regardless, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, I guess. And I will see you next time.